All right, let's have a show. I have coffee. I have a cat. Not that I need a cat for a show, but she's always here. And I need to shave. What else do I need? I don't know. And here we go in three. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today is Tuesday, September 8th, 2020. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. Wow. Just realized, as I said that, today is the day that Vermont schools open back up. So thinking about a number of my friends with children and friends who teach and the chaos that is our educational system in the time of coronavirus. Coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever we're supposed to call it. Right? It's COVID-19, which is a type of coronavirus. I know that. It's more fun to say coronavirus. Coffee's good this morning. Tasty. Well, most of you weren't here yesterday. You had the day off. That's okay. Hope you had a good Labor Day. Hope you've checked out yesterday's episode of Martial Arts Radio. And I hope you're ready for a good week. Oh, can I go back to bed? If you did work yesterday, well then, congratulations for celebrating Labor Day with some labor. I did as well. In fact, I worked all day. Wrote a book. Remember that guide I was going to write? Finally wrote it. Wrote it and even did a first edit on it. So I have sent it off to someone to check out. And you know how I did it? Oh, Stacy says she listened last night. Great. You know how I wrote this book? This is the first time I've done it this way. I wrote my outline, and I used the dictation feature in Microsoft Word. Fancy. Which was pretty darn accurate. There were some weird anomalies, like it kept putting two T's in fitness. I'm not sure why. There were some other oddities, but those were easy enough to edit through. Now, the reason that's a big deal is because the last book that I did, I recorded in audio and somebody had to transcribe it. This is much better. Much faster development and still allows me to think the way that I think, which is to speak. I can speak faster and more clearly than I can type. I can type pretty fast, but I can't type fast and think fast at the same time. So my brain gets disconnected. So, would it end up being 30 pages? Yeah, 31 pages. Some of them don't have as much content, but it's, what was it, 7,500 words? It's not nothing. And it'll, like everything else, it'll get improved over time. And we're going to use that in a sales way as kind of the top of the funnel to get people interested in buying programs. What else happened yesterday? Worked on some videos for a client, went for a walk, made some food, finished watching the movie Donnie Brasco for the first time. For some reason, I'd never seen it, which is weird because I like Al Pacino. And then, what is it, 80s, early 90s? Johnny Depp was great. Johnny Depp's pretty much always great in stuff. I think he's underestimated as an actor because most of what he does is weird. You know, Pirates of the Caribbean and the stuff he does with Tim Burton. You know, it's weird. That's okay. But he does have quite a bit of range as an actor. This was a good movie. What's going on today? I've got an interview this afternoon. Got a phone call around noon and got some client work to do this morning. And I'm also going to shave because, oh, man, am I hairy. There's plenty of other stuff I'm going to work on. Those are just kind of the highlights. Lots of things to fill in. Lots of work to do. That's okay. What else did you do? Did I do anything else yesterday? Did some dishes. No, I worked. I worked pretty solidly at my desk. It was one of the most productive Mondays I've had in a long time. I was proud of myself for that. I hope if you took the day off, you did some fun things. I hope if you didn't, work went well. Those are kind of the two options, aren't they? I don't really want you to sit on me. Why are you sitting on me? I told you I wanted you to lay next to me. Cat. Lay down, Susan. Anything else before we go to questions and comments? I don't think so. I didn't leave the house other than my walk yesterday, so I gotta go somewhere. I'm fully aware that just staying in the house makes me irritable. So maybe I'll go to the gym. Maybe I'll go early. When's that interview over? 4? I'm gonna try to make that the last thing on my calendar. Although, I should do the intro and the outro before I go. I know that recording intros and outros before, right after I record an episode, they go much better. They're more detailed, they're smoother. But sometimes, can you lay down? But sometimes, I gotta run. I gotta go do something, or don't want to do them right then. Be modest. Keep my robe closed. But I should do that. All right. Let's see what you all wrote in. If you got questions or comments or things you want me to respond to, stop clawing my robe. You can drop them below. Today we've got a few quotes from Frank. Your spirit is the true shield. Morihei Ueshiba. Your spirit is the true shield. What is a shield? Shield protects us. It's something that keeps us safe. Your spirit, your... What's another word for that? Oh, come on, brain. Your life force, your chi, your inner power is what keeps you safe. Confidence. There are a lot of ways we could slice this one. Resiliency. That makes sense to me. I get it. Whatever you've got going on inside is incredibly important to keeping you safe. I wish I could show you what she's doing right now. She's being very content, and it's very distracting because she's not usually this content. Fuzzy old girl. I don't know how else to unpack this one. It's right there. I just quite can't get it. All right, let me try one more step. If we think about people who are most able to survive difficult times, a medical condition or a family situation or something really horrendous professionally. Some people I don't want to say do well, but some people are better equipped to survive. They handle things better. Why? It's an inner strength. It's spirit. You could put a lot of different labels on it, but it's that inner quality, and it's hard to describe, but you know people who have it. Martial arts helps us develop it. And the more that we seek to develop it, the more useful it becomes. When I talk about some of the challenges that I go through professionally, us struggling for money, or, taking a day that most of the people around me take off and using it as an opportunity to get more work done. This isn't trivial stuff. This is stuff that wears on you, wears on me at least. And because I have this inner resilience, this spirit, I'm able to work through that. Yeah. Let's move on. You can put some quotes in here for me. I can teach you how to use YouTube. The only way to prove that you're a good sport is to lose. Ernie Banks. Ernie Banks, famous baseball player. The only way to prove that you're a good sport is to lose. I think you can be humble in victory, but I guess not everyone is going to be is going to recognize that quality when you win. Losing sucks. I don't like to lose. I make the best of it. I don't like it. I was thinking of, just now, talking about losing. I think one of the last non-martial arts things I competed in, actually no, it's been CrossFit. I've competed in CrossFit a number of times on a bunch of different levels. But I think the last time I competed, kind of outside a small group, it was a team of 4, and I took it more seriously than everybody else did. I wanted to get together and practice. They didn't. I often go to the, maybe not the extreme, but the involved, the dedicated, the passionate. I don't do things half-assed. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right. If you tell me we're going to have a CrossFit competition, and I'm on a team with 3 other people, I want to get together with those 3 people and practice the things that we need to practice. I don't know, that's how I approach everything. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Maybe that's why I'm so busy, because I don't do anything. If I'm going to do something, I do it right. I don't just kind of float through it. Her butt is like hanging off the couch. I'm afraid she's going to slip. I've already got calendar reminders popping up on my phone, because I got things starting soon. Well, whenever I'm done here. Just no rush. Last quote for the day. It's not big things that create change. It's the hundreds, thousands, or millions of little things practiced daily. Adam Williss. Yes. Yes. We don't talk about the 2 Minute Martial Arts series very often, and it has a small, dedicated group following it. But this is exactly the type of stuff that I think is important. If I ask someone, hey, do you have another, hold on, what's the math? 12 hours to practice this? They'll say, what? No, I'm busy. Okay, how about 2 minutes a day? 2 minutes a day is 12 hours a year. If you work on something on an additional 12 hours a year, you're going to get better at it. 2 minutes a day doesn't seem like much, but it's there, and you find a time in your day to do it. You follow. For most people, it's the social media is the easiest to follow. You bring it up, and at 8:30 every day, you do the 2 minute drills that we put up. Boom, they're going to help you. Think about all the other little things that you do to make a change. In fact, this is the concept around the next full book that I'm working on. We're working the outline together right now. It's about making one change a month for 12 months. It's a handful of things that I know improve people's health, things that I've done for myself, that we've talked on Martial Arts Radio about the struggle that people have making these big sweeping changes that become ongoing. These dramatic life shifts that don't have an end point. And that's one of the biggest challenges in retaining people in martial arts, is that in Western society, we see things as transactional. It has a start point, has an end point. Martial arts doesn't have an end point. So people will artificially put an end point on it, quite often earning a black belt. But it's easier to make those ongoing changes if they're smaller. Instead of having some kind of crash diet for 6 weeks where you eat celery. No, that's ridiculous. Definitely don't do that. What if you find the food that you often eat that is the worst for you, that you know is sabotaging your goals, and you just stop eating that food? Take that one food. Just make that one small change. Or you realize, I don't eat enough fruit. Every day I'm going to eat one serving of fruit. I'm not going to worry about any other changes. When you make small changes like that, they add up. When you think about who you are as a martial artist, all of the techniques that you know and the way you apply them, they are the result of a lot of practice of very simple concepts. Individual techniques and stances and timing and speed, and you start to stack all those together and you end up with some pretty cool stuff. Sometimes the big things in life are difficult to wrap your mind around. Big changes that need to be made, or just life can be overwhelming. So what do? What do I do? I break things down. I shared this, I think it was last week or the week before. One of my, I've been pretty open that at times I deal with some pretty solid anxiety. And one of the things that has become very helpful is asking myself, where am I right now? I'm on a couch. I got a warm cat in my lap. I can hear the birds chirping outside. I'm drinking some good coffee. I'm talking to all of you. If thinking about what's happening in the next hour or day or minute is too much, just acknowledging where you are and finding something positive or some beauty in that's been really helpful for me. Feel free to use that. Don't be afraid to make changes. You can't have progress without change. There's no growth without change. And yet we are very resistant to change. To the point where people will spend decades doing the exact same things. And then looking back and saying, I wish, well, you could have. The only time to start doing anything is right now. That's literally the only time. You could wait, but at that point, it's still right now. If there's a change that you've been avoiding, make it. Face it. Own up to it. Whatever it is. Make that change. Give yourself that opportunity, the freedom, whatever it might be. Is it scary? Yeah, change is scary. We, as a species, tend to normalize the things that happen day to day to the point where negative things get normalized. Oh, it's okay that XYZ happens. It always happens. It's fine. Is it though? Don't be afraid to make changes so that you have the life that you want. Because nobody else is going to do it for you. And with that, I'm going to go drink more coffee, finish those videos, and do all the other things that I've got to do. I hope you have a great day. I hope you'll leave me some comments and some questions for tomorrow that I will respond to. Drop them in the comment section below once I finish. And a few things to remember. If you want to support us, make a purchase at whistlekick.com. Use the code FIRSTCUP15 or contribute to the Patreon, patreon.com/whistlekick. Check out Martial Arts Radio. Check out 2 Minute Martial Arts. Share, like, comment, support, follow, all that good stuff. And if nothing else, I'll see you back here tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. Eastern, here on YouTube. Take care, everybody. Peace.